Today we're going to talk about why passion matters and how you can discover your strengths. If that sounds like something you want to talk about, then stick around for the action chat. That's what you're watching right now, and this is the show where we come together to build a massively successful business for you. This is your show. So please remember to hit that subscribe button, make a comment, like the video. Happy to have you involved. So I want to talk about today a conversation I had last night at a business meeting I was at, and really three things came out of it, and that's what I want to talk about today. The first was the people I was talking to had a really hard time recognizing their strengths, and the comment that was said was, man, I wish that I was good at one thing instead of mediocre at a bunch of things. And I just had to look at that and be like, BS, like that is just not true. Everybody has strengths that sets them apart. The problem is that you don't recognize it because it becomes so naturally to you. You don't put it in perspective that is something you're really good at, right? I've been working on a project that I've been calling Clientology with my one-on-one clients, where we do a personality assessment. And what I've noticed with them is that those things that they naturally are good at, they not only think that they're not good at it or that everyone's good at it, but they think that it's some sort of negative thing. And I just want to tell you that you got to stop it. You got to accept yourself for who you are and then play to your strengths, because I got a secret for you. That's why your clients are going to buy from you. They're going to buy from you because of who you are and the strengths that you naturally possess. Okay, so that's point number one. Embrace yourself and find your strengths. And if you can't recognize your strengths, just go ask like 5 people. You fight your friends and your family, people who know you well, and say, what is it that I do well? Or just start paying attention. Things people compliment you on are typically things you're good at. Okay? Don't just brush those aside. Listen to them. The next thing, I was talking to them, and they were telling me that they just couldn't get traction with their marketing. And the meeting started a little late because one person was late, right? And while it was there, I was chit-chatting with people, but I was on this little guy right here, and I was chasing leads. I was talking to potential clients. I was sending messages. I was on LinkedIn. I was on Instagram. I was on Twitter, and I was talking to people. I was sending messages. And I said, what are you doing? What are you doing to get leads? They couldn't tell me what their marketing was. So, of course, you're not getting traction with your marketing. You're not doing anything, and you're not hustling. You're not putting in the work to get the clients. So I dug deeper into that. I started talking to him. Why aren't you doing this? Okay, so that's point number 2. First is find your strengths and recognize it. Point number 2 is that you got to hustle. You got to choose a tool, and you got to start getting out there and finding your potential clients. Talking to him, though, what we discovered was that he didn't like his business. And this is the only reason passion matters. This is the only reason passion matters, is because running a business is tough. It's day in, day out. You got to hustle. You got to put in the work. You got to do it every single day. And if you don't have the passion to keep going, you're not going to put in the work, and it's not going to succeed. And after digging into him, what we found out was he wanted to be a health coach. He was doing something completely different, and he wanted to help people be more healthy. And he even, okay, let me take a step back. That's what he wanted to do. And I was like, hey, so why don't you do that? What's stopping you? He's like, I don't have certifications. I'm like, BS. Who cares if you don't have certifications? Can you help somebody get a result? Yeah, he could, right? And it turned out that he had gotten his bachelor's degree in like physical science or something like that. So, okay, he didn't have the certification to be a health coach, which what certification do you need for that? But he went to school for what he wants to do. So that was an excuse. Next was, well, I'm out of shape myself. Okay, BS. Excuse number 2. Because to a guy who has 300 more pounds than you, you've got the body of a Greek god, right? And it's not, and here's the thing too. I've worked with personal trainers who have a great body who are awful personal trainers. And I've worked with personal trainers who have a beer belly, and they're amazing at what they do. So that's just something in your head, just an excuse. And I want you to listen, I'm kind of on a rant here about this conversation I had, but I want you to take what I'm talking about with this guy and apply it to your life. Apply it to your situation. right? Because if you're not getting the traction you want, if you're not building the business, I can guarantee you that one, you're not being clear about what you want and who you work with and what you do. Two, you're not putting in the work in marketing that actually counts, marketing that gets you in front of your clients. And three, if you're not doing those things, odds are you've lost your passion somewhere, and you either got to rekindle it or you got to think of a pivot. And here's the thing. This is what I told them. You want to be a health coach? I can make you a health coach by next week. And this is how we do it. You define the person you want to work with. You define the problem that you can solve for that person. You go to 5 of those people and you offer them a product with $500 a month in recurring services. And you know what? You do that with 5 people and you've got a full-time job on your hands. It's not that hard. But it does take you stepping out of your comfort zone. It takes you putting in work that you haven't put in before. But it's worth it. It is so worth it. Being an entrepreneur is the best thing you can do for yourself, because I can walk out this room, I can go see my family, I can play the guitar, I can jump on the phone with clients. I have a fulfilling life because I've put in the work to have a fulfilling life. And I can't get that in a corporate job. And that's why we do what we do. We do what we do so that we can have financial freedom. We do what we do so that we can have an impact in the world around us. And we do what we do so we can have freedom in our lives. And if that sounds like something you want, you can do it. I believe in you. That's my rant for the day. Go take some fast, focused, imperfect action. I believe in you. I got your back. Until Monday, you have a good weekend. Until Monday, this is the Action Chat. I'm Craig Severinsen. Talk to you later.